back to Regular Guys Outdoors. I'm Chris. Today we're going to do a review of the Tactacam 3.0 and specifically the bow version. Now, what comes in the box is your camera, and what makes it the bow version is, I've already got mine installed, is it comes with this mount and it replaces your stabilizer, and the camera fits down right inside of it, and there's a little screw on the bottom. You mount it in nice and tight, and it mounts into this little groove right there. So what else comes in the box? You've got an Allen wrench, which is what you use to mount your stabilizer. It goes in there. So you got that. You got your cord that you can download with from the camera to your computer, and it's also your charging cord. A plug with the USB for the charging cord. A little Tactacam branded lens cloth. A little protective pouch. A micro SD card that's 8 gigs, so you're going to want to upgrade that from the get-go to a 32 or a 64 with the SD card adapter, so it'll fit normal SD card slots. A sticker, and the instruction manual. Now separately, I picked up the gun mount, and it's just simply mounts to the gun and mounts the camera, as well as the Tactacam head mount, and I've already got it kind of camoed up. You see Tactacam coming through the camo. And the mount is your standard GoPro mount. However, because of the way it's designed, you're not going to have this thing coming out of your forehead. So the mount rotates, and you wear it on the side of your head like so, so that the camera is here. And if you get the right angle when you're bow shooting, you can have it looking right down where your arrow's going, if you find the right spot to put it on your head. So I said simplicity is the name of the game with this guy, and that's what attracted me to it, and that's why I'm loving it. So this thing has 3 modes. Normal mode is 3 power, 3x, so magnifies 3 times what kind of a normal camera does. You know that your normal action camera has that really wide field of view and it's fisheye? This is not. Now that normal mode is 3 power, and it makes it look on screen the way it does to your eye. So something that looks 30 yards away, looks 30 yards away. Those normal action cameras with the big wide field of view, 30 yards something away, looks like it's 100 yards away. So this does not do that. So that's normal mode. Normal mode gives you about a 3 power, makes it about equal to your eye, the way you're viewing things. It's 2.7K at 30 frames per second. The second mode is zoom mode, and the actual zoom mode, it zooms to 5x, so it kind of brings it in half as much, about 2 power in from the way it normally looks and the way your eye normally sees it. And that does it at 1080, 60 frames per second. The third and final mode is Slo-Mo, and Slo-Mo is 720 HD at 120 frames per second. Those 120 frames per second allow you to slow down things in your editing and have it smooth and not choppy and blurry. So we'll get to that in a minute. Because it's so simple, the operation is really straightforward. You have 2 buttons. You have the power and record button and the mode button. To turn this on, you simply hit your power button and hold for 2 seconds. 1,000, 2,000. It's going to vibrate twice, and when this starts blinking, you're recording. There you go. To change modes, so now the green light says we are in normal mode. If we want to switch modes, it's going to switch to zoom mode next. So we're going to press this once. You get 1 vibration, and the light stays steady. We're going to hit the mode button. It's going to change colors and vibrate one time. Now we're on zoom mode, but we're still on pause. One press vibrates twice, letting you know it is now recording. And now it's going to blink. Now we're recording the ceiling of my garage. Let's say we want to go to slow-mo now. We'll press once. It's going to vibrate once. And no blinking light. We'll hit mode button. It's going to change color again. Still on pause. Now we're recording in slow motion. 720 HD. Well, this is all well and good while we're recording, but in the early morning or the getting into the evening, that's a bright light, right? So we want to turn that out. Blackout mode. While it's recording, simply hit the mode button and it'll stay on this mode, but now it's blackout and right now it's still recording. If you hit the mode button again, it comes back on, lets you know. Now to stop recording, you're going to hold and count to 4. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. You get 2 long vibrations, which tells you it's stopping recording. If you're too short, it says start record. So that's it. That's your operation. You don't play with a whole lot of settings and gadgets and everything. That is it. So right now it's going to be on slow-mo because that's what we left off on. 1,000, 2,000, 2 vibrations, bang. Now slow-mo. See us recording? We're blinking. Pause. We'll hit that one time. Green light. It means we're back on normal mode. We're still paused. Normal mode. We want to go blackout. Hit mode while recording. We'll hit mode. Now we're recording in blackout. Too easy, right? Turn it off. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. You get 2 long vibrations. Now it's off. So let's see how those modes work and translate in real life filming. So here we are set up on some turkey decoys. This is looking through a normal action cam. Those decoys are only 30 yards. Here's the Tactacam on normal mode. Zoom mode and slow-mo. So this is 720 HD, so the resolution's not quite there, but you got the frame rate to make a good slow-mo right here. 20% and 10%. Look at my shirt flowing around. It's not choppy and blurry. Here we are on a static 3D archery range. That deer target, 40 yards. Normal mode. Here we are on zoom mode and on 720. Now here's normal mode, 2.7K. In our editing software, we're going to bring it into 150%. And then 200%. Look how close that deer is with still really good resolution. So here I have it gun mounted at the sporting clays. I'm not very good. So this is normal mode. Now we're going to zoom in. Now you can really see that clay. You can see the misses, you can see the hits. And here's slow-mo. In case you can't tell, I'm really digging the Slo-Mo feature. Now here are some clips from my duck hunt in North Carolina using the slow motion. Phil got that first bird and I whiffed the second. All right, one more. Phil gets this first mallard, and I get the second. Now we're going to mount this on my crossbow and shoot a target at 30 yards. This is how you lose a bolt. But because of the Slo-Mo, I now know where to go look next time I'm down there. Now I got it mounted in the stabilizer on my compound, normal mode. Zoom mode. And Slo-Mo. That target is 30 yards. Watch this Slo-Mo. You can see the arrow all the way there. Boom. That could come in handy if you think you might have made a bad shot. You can go back and watch the footage and see exactly where you hit. As you can tell, I'm pretty jazzed about this Tactacam 3.0. It's so small, easy to mount, takes good video. I just don't have any excuse not to have it with me. So it's going to be with me on my turkey hunt, hanging underneath my shotgun. It's going to be with me in archery season, whether it's attached to my crossbow, in the stabilizer, or possibly head mounted back here. Unfortunately, Tactacam no longer has the 3.0 on their website. They have the solo, which is basically normal function. So it's one button. Turn it on, it's recording. Turn it off, it's not. That's simple. That's awesome. And they have the 4.0, which is basically this, plus the Wi-Fi function and Tactacam app for your phone so that you can do the controls with your phone. That's pretty cool, especially if it's up here and you can't necessarily see it, or it's somewhere you can't access it very easily. Use your phone to do it. Now I'm going to put links to these Tactacams down in the description below, as well as for the head mount, which I think is pretty handy. And what's neat about this is the Tactacam head mount. It's rotatable so that it works good with the Tactacam mount, but it will also work with your GoPro style cases right here. It's your standard GoPro slots. And the idea with those links, or the RGO will get a small commission if you use those links to make a purchase. So if you see something you like and you want to make a purchase, please use those links. And what we'd like to do is use that revenue, purchase products, test it, review it, and then give it away to our subscribers. So please help us do that. I was shooting this at the same time I was shooting the Mossberg 930 review and the Yi 4K action cam review. So I was at the Sporting Clays. I had this mounted under the shotgun. I had the Yi 4K on my head, and I was making sure the shotgun functioned shooting Sporting Clays. So these videos are all kind of related. I'm going to put those right here. Give us a subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.